Only just, Emma, only just.
Bit more rubbing?
A lot more rubbing.
Bit lower?
Lower,
Bit lower. It's just getting way too rude tonight. OK, so we've already discussed the fallout since Perez has gone back into the house, but now let's talk... They're having their own party over there. Let's talk about power with the one and only Judy J! So, Biggins is having a little rub down. We need to try and concentrate on what we're talking about and not look over there. OK, so what could you tell from the housemates' reactions when Perez went back in? Because they were... I mean, you must have got so much.
I mean, I watched it in the sort of fetal position. This was like Jack Nicholson in The Shining, wasn't it, turning up? The only thing that would have made me enjoy it a tiny bit more would have been... Do you remember on Fight Night, the very first time years ago, when they wheeled them in on a hostess trolley and then brought a cloche up from over... I mean, I just loved that. But their reactions were fantastic. I mean, Katie Hopkins' face... I could have framed. She's actually one of the only housemates that has facial expressions in there, and she really uses it. When she gets angry...
She's very good at them, isn't she?
Oh,
absolutely. You know I say you know exactly what she's thinking. You know exactly what she wants you to be thinking.
This was called Twisted Plimsoll, this one that she was using when he came back. She looks... when she gets angry, she looks like Princess Anne, have you noticed? She completely... But... No! That was a genuine display of anger. And, I mean, she actually... It ran through her body language as well. She was in a state of aggressive arousal. She got up, she walked out, she started to make herself look bigger, she started to splay.
She also... She was doing the Michelle wiggle, what Michelle taught her to do, how to walk. She was giving it some.
Yeah, absolutely, attitude. Cammy, interestingly enough, and Michelle, they kind of froze. I think they weren't quite sure how to take it because I think they wanted to be generous. Michelle wanted to be generous and go and hug him, but there was all this tension going. But I love the guys because they suddenly started to take on this sort of pseudo-alpha mantle as though their pack was being attacked by an outsider, which is what it was. I mean, in a way, Katie's taken over the pack. Since Perez has been gone. And all three of them, I mean, all three sizes, they stood up and they were all deeply splayed as though, you know, we'll sort him out, will they heck? But, I mean, they wanted to look really tough as though they're protecting the pack.
And what about Nadia? Everyone's commented on inside the house on how different she's been since he left. Do you think she said she was so happy to see him? Do you think that was a genuine...
I think, to a certain extent, I mean, she'd lost Patsy the same night, hadn't she? So, in a way, I think she had opened up to the rest of the house. We saw that Nadia that we wanted to see, didn't we, with Perez away? She became much more fun, much more silly, which is great. I think she was genuinely pleased to see him because I think she does like him, but her body language, she looked quite shocked, but then she started to do cut-off. She started covering her face with her hands, and that's usually when we're trying to hide a certain complex emotion. I think she's probably absolutely exhausted with playing Mary Poppins with him as her ward, and I think she saw that not only was she going to now reboot as Mary Poppins, it would be without her friend, Patsy, who'd just left. And also, she could see that Katie and Cammy Lee were about to turn like some two-headed dragon and really lash into Perez, and she'd have to get up and start protecting him again.
Do you think she's exhausted?
I think she must be absolutely exhausted in there, and probably literally does want some fun. But there again, she's doing the right thing, so she's got no option, really, I don't think.
We saw Katie go from fuming, as you've said, to then what we were just talking about earlier on, actually, the whole kind of kiss chase, almost, around the garden. What do you think that was about? It
was, as I say, the anger was genuine. She went through another stage which was quite tearful, and I think she's also exhausted arguing with Perez. But there was no sign when he arrived of little smile to suggest that actually it's just for fun, it's pantomime, we're just putting this on. So I think it's real. But then they went through this kind of play fighting going on. Now, this is something that animals do, often sibling animals, when they're testing parameters with one another. It's almost like they're using one another as a scratching post. So they're wanting to find out exactly how dangerous they are to one another through playing. And I think that the tension had got to such a crisis point in there that I think they needed to do that. They needed just to check, no, if we do start romping and fighting, we don't actually hurt one another, then they can go back to the verbal arguments again.
We know, obviously, that Perez was in the secret room and he watched for a couple of days and he watched everything.
Yes.
So does that give him more power than anybody else?
Tremendous power. I mean, A, because he watched it, he didn't see that much, funnily enough, but that's why I think he came out and said, you know, I know something, but I'm not going to tell you. So he's using that, you know, I'll leak out little bits that I know. And they were gagging to find out what he knew. I mean, Katie Price was almost trying to claw it out of his mouth. What did you see? What did you see? But I think that's given him even more power is what a good actor he was when he quit the house. I think that scared them because I think they thought he was very infantile, and I think they assumed he was also a fool. And when they saw him do that acting, which convinced me, even though I knew that it was a task, he was brilliant on the way out. I think they now know, is he taking us for a fool? Is he winding... Are we seeing these magnificent pieces of acting from somebody that we thought was just being a blatant show-off? So I think that's worried them quite more than what he knows.
Did he have anywhere near that kind of power when he went into the house? Did you think he had that in him?
No, because he kind of did play the extrovert fool, didn't he, to a certain extent? And you just thought, he's clearly just there to show off. He's just attention-seeking. But he's revealed so many more depths since then. So I think we're finding a level of intellect. I think Katie Hopkins thought that she was the intellectual one, but I think she's now realising she might have met her match more than she thought.
OK. Let's talk about Michelle. When she went in, very confident, very strong. I think she excited everybody, really. And she's been much quieter.
Yeah.
I think than do you think has she been quieter than you thought she would be? Yeah.
I just sometimes I forget she's in there, and I mean she's magnificent, but I forget that she's in there, and I don't think she's got any other role to play because I think because she's very intelligent and very strong, I think she was naturally drawn towards Katie Hopkins and Cami to a certain extent as well. So, but then unfortunately she also took on their aspect of being a bit bitchy, and I think she's trying to keep out of that a little bit. So if she gets up and tries to join in the war that's going on there at the moment, I think she's going to lose respect, and she's campaigning in there as well. So I think, you know, the fact that she wants to look right, do the right thing, and she is very wise, I think she's struggling for good reasons.
She does seem to be quite rational as well, doesn't she?
Oh, I mean, even now. And I think sometimes we don't actually feel the power that she has in there. I think she is very powerful. I think if you went in there, I think you'd feel the power coming from her, but I think it just doesn't come through the television set quite so much.
Judy, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Judy James, everyone. Stay tuned. After the break, we'll be delving into Biggins' celebrity phone book to see what the stars think about our housemates. And we are talking Hollywood on this one. Yeah, don't go away.
Come here, you.
Woo!
Every day, a woman looks in the mirror several times to see what's changed and what hasn't. At Olay, we believe each day is a chance to be your best self. As the world's #1, we're devoted to creating our most advanced products. We want you to impress the woman in the mirror, because that's everything. Olay, your best beautiful.
Time to play. This is real. That's the deal. Now's the time. Feel the shivers down your spine. Here comes the drop. It's arrived. It's alive, evolving, revolving that feeling inside. Connected, selected, focused and steady. We are one, we are many. We are players, we are ready.
Play live roulette at supercasino.com, online, on TV and on your phone. Join tonight and get £10 free.
That's the deal. Just a ball and a wheel. Feel it for real.
Whether it's 30 cans of Pepsi for £7, 40 packs of Walkers to keep the family fed, £2.97 for bowl 2-in-1, or 4 tins of Prince's Tuna for rumbling tums. Better get your skates on for basket loads of savings. You could be better off at Asda.
Attention! We'll soon be selling items from the celebrity Big Brother house on Gumtree, with all proceeds going to Crisis UK.
Does he mean us?
No, they'd never sell us.
No way, I'm a household name now.
Starting with the sofa, armchair and coffee table.
Oh.
Go to gumtree.com/CBB today for your chance to buy a bit of Big Brother history.
National Geographic presents the amazing world of gems and minerals. Classified samples from 5 continents that come with every magazine. Issue 1 gold at newsagents now, 99p.
Mary Biscuit Boy sets out down to the lake to splash about, a lake of purest Craven Dale. 'Twas creamy, fresh and cool and pale, though Mother warned don't swim too long. He dips and dunks, what could go wrong? So listen well to this milky tale, you could lose your head over Craven Dale.
Regular exercise is important for everyone, but so is eating right. Corn mint is not just a healthy source of protein, it also makes delicious chili.
Not so fast.
A healthy source of protein.
Blanc's white shock reacts to light, so the more you smile, the whiter your teeth get. Blanc's white shock, stunning whiteness from Italy.
Whether it's 30 cans of Pepsi for £7, 40 packs of Walkers to keep the family fed, £2.97 for Bold 2-in-1, or 4 tins of Prince's Tuna for rumbling tums. Better get your skates on for basket loads of savings. You could be better off at Asda.
New Oxo Herbs and More, the magic touch.
Sunday on Channel 5.
You know who did this. We can take care of him for you.
It can give you retribution.
May I ask a favor of you at some point in the future?
I am not a killer. Well, let's not forget what we did for you.
But it comes at a price.
When it's done, you call me.
Justice. Sunday at 10 on Channel 5.
Hey, fridge. Oh, gosh, it's so cold.
I know, mate.
We do give a shit about you, really. I was just quoting Perez because he's just, like, miserable sometimes. Right, time now to take some calls from Mr. Showbiz himself, Biggins!
Hi!
So, Biggins, we've given you your own little phone room.
I know, it's very exciting.
And you've been in your little phone book.
I have, and I've got some very special people. The first one's very special. We've been friends for many, many years, and he's a gorgeous kisser, and he's lovely, and he's very attractive, and he's got everything you could possibly want. Yes?
Really?
I've got the gorgeous Matt Willis on the phone.
Excuse me, Biggins, how do you have my husband's phone number?
I have a very few special numbers, and they're very special to me, and don't get jealous, Emma, because I've seen you jealous, and it's not attractive.
Well, I've got... come. I'm going to have another man in my life right now. Yeah, can I take the lead? Oh! Are you okay? Stay there.
Hello.
Should we help you up?
Taking the going, rolling, guys.
Oh, no. Matt, are you there?
Hello?
Hello.
Hello, what is going on there?
Oh, yeah, we've had a slight catastrophe. We've almost just had a broken leg from a drag queen, but everything is okay.
Okay. Hi, babe.
So we need to have some chats when we get home, because you and Biggins have clearly been hanging out behind my back.
Always.
But listen, I haven't seen you for a few days, so what do you think of the series? How do you think it's going?
What do I think of the series?
Yeah, how's it going?
It's good. It's probably one of the most irritating programs I've ever watched in my life. Like, it's in the best possible way. You know, like, for instance, I've been away for a couple of days, and I feel like I'm a happier, more positive person because I've missed Big Brother for a few nights. But taking that aside, I can't wait to watch tonight. So it's obviously doing its job.
And who's your favourite? Because we don't really talk about this, do we? Because he doesn't want people to think that he's biased or they're my opinions. So now that you're on telly, who is your favourite?
See, it's tough because I think my favourite, if I think about it, the one who brings me the most entertainment is Perez.
Right.
But I don't like him. You know, so it's really tough. I think Callum's a decent guy.
Yeah.
Like, I think he's kind of a cool guy. You know, I wish him all the best. But I think Perez is probably my favourite.
For entertainment value?
Entertainment value, yeah.
OK. Callum has got a lot of fans in the audience tonight. Yeah. And you have got a lot of fans in the audience as well tonight. I will give you their messages when I get home in a little while. Thank you, babe.
Love you, babe.
Love you,
bye. See ya. Bye. Bye, everyone.
Biggins. You're so sneaky. Now, I believe you pulled out the big guns for us right now.
Yeah, just a second, Emma. Bye-bye, Matt. Big kiss. Love you. Mean it. That's right, Emma. All the way from Hollywood is the star of King of Queens, actress Leah Remini, is on the phone.
Hi, Leah. Hi, Leah.
Hi, darling.
How are you?
Good.
Thank you so much for joining us.
Obsessed with the show.
Really? Are you still there?
Where you going, girl?
Leah? Oh, no.
Yes.
No? Leah, are you there? Have we lost Leah?
Hello?
Yes!
Yes, no, I'm there.
Oh, we thought we'd lost you for a sec. OK, right, we're gonna be calm in the studio so we can let Leah talk. So, Leah, you are best mates with Michelle.
Yes.
How do you think she's getting on so far?
Yes. She is one of my closest friends, has been for such a long time. And I knew she would be great on the show because Michelle is an authentic, genuine, loving, caring human being. And I'm so glad to see the UK public have just embraced her for what she is. And she's been amazing on the show. Perez he has been vile on the show. Vile. I only wish that we can show America what he is doing on that show because he's not playing the game. He's being himself. And I get it. I get for the show purpose that he's fun to hate. But if he wins it, I don't know, I'm gonna rip my own face off. Like, keep him on for entertainment purposes. I get it, but if he wins, I will just go crazy.
Leah, I love that you've just been very honest with us.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
By the way, can we talk about Nadia? Like, Nadia, I thought I was going to love her because she's so honest and stuff. And then with Nadia, what is she doing?
They have become very good friends, haven't they?
No, it's not about her being friends. She's sticking up for him for no reason. And she's like, well, why would I not like him just because you don't like him, Katie? No, because he's being vile. That's why you shouldn't like him. And everybody walks out of the room because he's vile. So why are you sticking up? It doesn't make any sense at all. It's driving me crazy.
Oh, Leah, I can't believe we're driving you crazy from 5,000 miles away. Thank you so much for being on the phone tonight.
I have to speak out. I have to speak out to watch the show. So it's not like it's easy to watch it, and then I'm like, why am I putting myself through this? I'm going crazy.
It is very stressful, but thank you for viewing from overseas, and thanks for being on the phone tonight.
Oh, my pleasure. The show has been amazing.
Bye, Leah. Thank you.
Anytime.
I love it. She just didn't want to go, did she? And another thing. OK, from Hollywood, we're back in Borehamwood. OK? It's time to check in on what's happening in the house. Here's another exclusive.
because I think that she feels powerless if she doesn't argue.
Yeah. Do you feel you can manage not to argue?
Yes, I have fun. Fun is my power. Me is my power. Being silly, having a good time is my power. I don't need to argue or fight to have fun or be myself or be entertaining. I am those things just by being me. I think she thinks the only way that she's gonna be powerful in this house is by getting her opinion across and convincing other people to have her opinion, and she's gonna get screen time by fighting and having fights with me and blah, 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 blah. I don't give a fuck about screen time. Jesus, will you chill out?
OK, it's time to get our chat on again in a debate I like to call... Who's gonna blow? We cannot have titles like that with this audience. Now, to be fair, most of them have blown already. Take a look at this.
I will not lose my cool. No chance.
Don't get me fucking started. You sit on the fucking fence every fucking day. You sit on the fucking fence every single day.
No, he doesn't.
Totally unnecessary, and he can fuck off as far as I'm concerned.
Bitch, shut the fuck up.
Listen to me right now. You know what you were doing, and you know he's having an issue. Leave him alone.
I don't want to hear your opinion. You can go away and just leave me alone. I've never said that to anybody in this house, but I'm saying it to you. From now on, go.
You call yourself a bitch? You're a fucking bitch.
spitting.
Are you not a fucking bitch? You call yourself a bitch and a mean bitch.
I'm a fucking college-educated woman. You think she's gonna fucking use me as someone? Don't come at me. Don't come at me.
Oh, wow. What is going on? What, should I
What
get
do you
involved?
mean what's going on? She's talking to him every day and then bitching behind his back.
You are repulsive. You are disgusting. And you utterly disgust me. Screw you.
Chill, man.
No, shut up.
She
Don't
can
tell
do
me
whatever
to
she
shut
wants.
up.
Shut up.
Yeah, shut up.
Apologise for earlier, and I might...
Shut up. You have really
you not
bloody
see what's
disappointed
happening?
me.
Oh, have I, Mom?
Yes.
Do one.
So as we know, there is a lot of tension in the house. But let's start by talking about low levels, people who have been keeping their cool. Leslie, who do you think is staying quite calm?
Oh, Keith Chegwin is staying incredibly calm and incredibly out of it all. But you know who I don't think has blown yet? I don't think Katie Hopkins has blown yet. I think all her anger is really controlled and really clever. I don't think she's actually gone like Perez has gone, breaking in tears in the diary room and doing all that. I think Katie Hopkins has been incredibly controlled. Kavanagh's blown, hasn't he? I think Keith is the only one who hasn't blown. But I think he might.
Do you think he might?
Well, I hope he might.
Louisa? Louisa, what do you think? Who do you think is keeping their cool quite well?
Callum's very cool, isn't he? He's very cool, calm. He's losing it a little bit. Yeah, he is losing it a bit.
And he can lose it all he wants with me.
I'm not a Callum fan.
You know?
All over media. It can lose it all over media.
Oh, I'm blushing. We've started to see signs that you shouldn't get on the wrong side of Cheggers. I know you said he's kept calm, but in that BT we did see a couple of little kind
but
of...
very
hold
little.
on a minute.
It wasn't really an all-out screaming,
No, it wasn't.
losing it.
It wasn't, but do you think?
I think there's definitely an underlying area there where he could go. I mean, I thought that was in the last shots we saw. He was very nearly there. He's controlling himself because I think he feels he has to control himself.
Do you think because he wants people to think he's Mr. Nice Guy and stay out of all the rows?
I
That's
think
the other thing.
I think
Have
he'll
you
be
worked
tactical.
with him, Christopher?
I have, and he's lovely. But, you know, there are areas where you think to yourself, yes, actually, he could easily go.
Have you ever seen him lose it?
No, I haven't, but I think he could. I think there could be a moment. And I think he's being pushed towards it as we speak.
OK, let's move on to Michelle Visage. She hasn't blown, she's kept her cool, she's kind of spoken when she felt it was necessary, but she seems quite balanced, as we said earlier on. Do you think she's got it in her, Leslie?
Oh, she's a fascinating character, Michelle. Yeah. And in a way, I know Perez and all that, they've taken all the drama up, but it would be lovely to give her a bit more screen time and just let her develop and see what she's really all about, because she is absolutely fascinating, and she's a big character who's been belittled by all these other huger characters. But I would love to see a little more of Michelle and really just
let her open up and develop.
Louisa, do you think anyone could push her over the edge?
Perez, I think, could push her, and I think, like in tonight's episode, we saw her getting quite emotional, and I think that emotion might turn not from upset to anger, and we may see her go for Perez. I hope we do, because I'd love to see her put Perez in his place.
Okay. You were hand-clicking, so I had to come up here.
I'm sorry. She is going to push herself over the edge because at some point she is going to realize that she has befriended a classist bitch who is mean to everyone. And this is Michelle Visage, who stands for equality and acceptance. And she's befriended a bully. It doesn't make any sense.
So you think she's picked the wrong friend?
Yes. I think she should explore other people in the house. I think she should try and, like, make other friends and not just be dominated by Katie, you know, bleeping Hopkins. That's what I have.
Anyone else? Any thoughts on Michelle Visage?
I think if Katie Hopkins was voted out, you'd see a different side to Michelle.
What would we see, do you think?
I think you'd get a tougher side and she'd stick up for herself a lot more. I think Perez is playing a game, but Hopkins, she's playing a bigger game. And she's trying to manipulate the audience. I can see straight through it. Do you know what I mean?
So you think Michelle needs more space to
I think she's
shine?
being herself, and I think that we should actually give her some space, and we should see more of her. Katie Hopkins, because I've never liked her. I never ever liked her before. No. I think it's. I think that we should see her.
So are you liking her now?
Oh yeah.
No, I hate her.
Should I not?
Sorry.
No, like along with a lot of the queens that are here today, knowing Michelle and meeting Michelle, she is so loving and so mothering and so above all the bullshit. She doesn't care. So until that bullshit turns into disrespect for people, I think until it turns to disrespect and hate, I don't think she cares. She'll get up and walk away. And I think that's.
I'm so sorry, but we're running. We're going to fall off air. Listen, that's it for tonight. We'll be back tomorrow. We do have news, breaking news. They've done face-to-face nominations, and I can tell you, Katie Hopkins, Nadia, Keith, and Perez are all facing eviction on Friday. Tomorrow night, Matt Johnson will be here, Gemma Collins and Dee Kelly. Massive thank you to you ladies and the panel. Singing us out now, though, with the anthem I'm Every Woman. It's the Supreme Fabulettes.
I'm every woman, it's all in me. Anything you want done, baby, I do it naturally. I'm every woman, it's all in me. I can read your thoughts right now, everyone from A to Z. Whoa, 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 whoa. I'm every woman. I'm every woman. I'm every woman.
Peppa, it's like we're made for each other.
Promise me we'll be together forever.
I promise.
No! Celebrity Big Brother, sponsored by Gumtree.
Can 21st century people live like cavemen? You can't undo 12,000 years of evolution.
I'm a breaking point.
10,000 BC. Starts Monday at 10 on Channel 5.
I like this toilet paper, and I like this toilet paper. And the answer to your question is, of course I do. I mean, where else would I do it? You people.
Introducing PokerStars $1 Million Spin and Go. With just 3 players and 5 minutes of poker, you could win up to $1 million. Win big, fast, with the new $1 Million Spin and Go. Only at PokerStars.com. Liven
up your day from 99p with the KFC Streetwise menu.